Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure. This one all about the Japanese cars. We have a selection of A-class Japanese vehicles. And I say for once, but this team adventure is all on tarmac. So the cars are perhaps built differently to how we would normally build them, and I have gone a little bit crazy. Yes, I'm using a Mazda RX-8, which on the face of it seems like a fairly sensible choice. However, it's not really built how I would normally build a car. I don't really know if this is going to work or not. I am starting on the front row for my team, which is probably good. I mean, it's good to an extent. I'm going to not launch very well. You'll figure out why in a second. I'm still rear-wheel drive, and the noise might be a bit of a giveaway. You see, yes, I have put the Quad Rotor in this. That means in A-Class we have 700 horsepower, just shy of 700 horsepower, which, while not the most insane levels of power, it is still quite a lot. Now, this is not really a circuit that this car is going to like. While there's a very long back straight, I have to hold on for dear life through this section. I'm going to let Eccentric go. Don't want to fight that car. That's got race tyres on it. I don't want to fight Scotty either. A bunch of cars just slid up into us and there's not much we could do. Here we go. Unleash! Unleash the speed! Please be fast. Please be fast. If it's not fast here, I'm in a world of trouble. No, we are good. Now, I am not actually going to have a dive. That's my teammate. If it was a blue team car, I would. However, I'm not going to have a dive on that. Instead, we're going to sit behind and try. I mean, I know that this car is not necessarily going to work, but I wanted to have a go at something different. Quad Rotor's always fun, and it might come good at... There will be some circuits it hates, there will be some circuits that it might work at, and we're hoping that there are enough circuits that it will work at to be worth a gamble, pretty much. Also just noticed, I think that's a Most Wanted style livery on a GTO. Sure. As far as the build goes on this car, as I said, Quad Rotor, I think there's one stage of weight reduction. Now, I have got it on street tyres, which I didn't think I was going to be able to get away with in this car whatsoever. There's no aero. I ran out of PI. I physically can't put aero on the car. I could maybe if I put weight reduction. I figured weight reduction perhaps more important. Actually, I don't even know if I could because the aero had so much PI on this car that I think the weight reduction was doable and the other stuff wasn't. Can I get both of these before the end of the straight? I might be able to. Just with sheer Mazda-y speed here. We have got to be super, super careful, though. Now, I don't care about the GTO. If you want to go past, go for it. It's the Eclipse that I've got to worry about. Now, of course, GTO's also run a little bit wide. I'm really surprised I'm holding my own as much as I am here. Of course, the Eclipse is going to have trouble with... It's that age-old, be faster through the corners, but get held up, because I've always run away by the time they get to a corner. And I'm always out of range, so they catch mid-corner and then have nothing they can do about it. Now, I have got problems if I start fighting with cars. I don't really want to be fighting with cars here, because I need to be able to take a normal line because I'm at the limit of what I have grip-wise, Leathercat's being brave on the outside. Now, that is also quite powerful NSX on not great tyres. There's a slidey GTO up ahead of us. The Eclipse wants to duck underneath. Go for it. I don't care, because we're just going to go do this, which is what we did last lap around. Goodbye. Run, buzzy RX-8. What a fantastic... I'm actually, yes, surprisingly pleased with how well this is working. As there are longer straights here for it to use its power. It will not work everywhere, but I was worried about these corners being too much. It's not the worst thing in the world to drive. I have got to be very, very careful. I would love aero on this car. I think I have got it on race suspension as well. Knowing that we're being on tarmac, of course, that is what I was going to put the car on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got on race suspension. Right, so we've just got a couple more laps now to go, not making any mistakes. I've actually got a 1, 2, 3 for red team, which does... I say, no, it does surprise me as a bit harsh, let's be honest. But our team has done very, very well indeed. No... Oh, God, both of us made a mistake up there. If I'd actually got that corner, if I didn't crash, I could probably have been giving the GTO some trouble. So we've got a weird selection of red team cars. GTO leads, although it's had a massive accident on its own. The Civic, the very handling Civic, is in third place, and the noisy Mazda's second. Now, I think Scotty on our team is also in an RX-8, that I know it's quite fast, although that's basically the polar opposite of the car that we have here. Scotty's is all handling. Oh, come on. Come on, buzzy box of bees. chase down that GTO on this final lap. No mistakes from me now. It's easier said than done, really. We are quite a long way away from the Civic now. We know the Civic is going to close for about half a lap. The GTO is obviously not having a great time either. GTO makes another mistake, and that will give me the lead of the race with the noise box. Are we far enough away from the Civic through these corners? Christ, it moves around so much, this car. There is so much. Just, oh, you go over a crest and it starts sliding. Oh, where is that GTO going to be? No, it's on the inside now. That's fine. It's going to give me space. We're on the same team. We don't want to crash each other off. Blue team have got a car up in 4th now in the form of a classic Skyline, I think that is. We're going to make the most of this straight. I mean, I had hoped this car would be good. This is a better result than I expected to get around here. It won't be repeated everywhere. However, my hope is, we've got some good handling cars at those circuits. They will be useful. We will have to wait and see how it goes, though, as we round the final corner. We run towards the finish line. The Quad Rotor RX-8 is good. It takes a victory in the first race. In fact, it is a 1-2-3 for Blue Team. Our other RX-8, as I said, much more handling-based car. Not so much fun around this circuit, apparently. But that will end up 6th. We get a lot of points. It's a big points round for us. We'll have to see, though, what happens on different tracks, because I think it's going to fluctuate. So, we next head to the Greendale Club Circuit. Now, there is one straight, but there's a lot of twisty bits. I have again been given a relatively kind spot on the grid. I suspect me and the GTO are not going to have a fun time. The Civic should be quite fast here. Yeah, we're going to go, of course, there will be a couple of very fast cars shooting down this start-finish straight. I don't think it's going to be enough overall. However, we click on around the corners and see what happens. The fact that I'm not on stock tyres is quite nice, as the all-wheel drive cars shoot their way up through the field. Or all-wheel drive cars and cars with better tyres to get off the line. We will then get that secondary phase of the launch going, of course. Oh, God. But, they're at a corner. The prelude looks pretty good in the turns. We're going to spin the wheels and cause a problem for our car. Now, slowly, carefully does it. While everyone's blocked up, I can keep up with this lot through the corners. This is a real... It's a real test for throttle control. Yeah, I don't want to be sliding the car around like that particularly, if I can help it. At the moment, Blue Team do have the lead. Now, we're going to have to try and stop this, of course. Do appreciate you had a better RX-8. I'd more than happily give some space. I just don't have much grip to be able to do that at that precise moment in time. Now we've got... Oh, God. A lot of mess going on here. Right, so that Supra's even faster than me, but even more out of control. We will go shooting off past the Eclipse. That Supra's having a death. I know it did actually get stopped. More through leaning, I think, than anything else. Oh, well, I brushed the wall less than most, which is something. Okay, we're down in 8th place. We are currently leading the adventure, but it's very, very close. It can pretty much go either way from this stage. Now, the Civic is going to be an annoying place, basically. The Civic is very fast, but it is stuck in horrendous traffic. We're going to go around the outside of a car, despite our vehicle being terrible in the corners, mostly because there is somebody with a worse handling car than I, but it is faster than mine. There's a wall there. Don't be a fool. Okay, get the Civic past. The Eclipse can go past for now. It won't matter much for what is about to happen. It does understeer, just a smidge. We're going to howl our way. It's the battle of the stupid cars. The Supra gets so much airtime, and then it's got to try and frantically slow down for up here. It used the wall to slow down. I don't think intentional, because it more tipped it sideways than anything. Oh, go on. Go, Civic, go. Oh, Christ. I'm trying to let my team car go while we're stuck in this fight. I feel very sorry for that Civic, because that Civic is very quick. I suspect, and it's stuck fighting two horrific power cars, of which, while I will try and let him go, he can't do anything if the Supra... I apologise for the nudge, but if you're not going to give me space on the inside of the checkpoint, I will drive my car so I get the checkpoint. I don't know if the Supra has as much control as they'd like, perhaps, over where their car goes, But, yeah. Okay. We're going to kick the back sideways, but that's fine. Now, onto the main straight. Oh, bloody hell. I didn't realise there was a Honda on the inside until too late. The thing with this car is you commit to a corner before, possibly, you realise there is something alongside you. So you've got to be a little careful. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. For this corner, we've climbed to 7th. We've kind of, I would technically fallen actually from where we started. I don't think we have the worst. I don't have terrible lap time. It's just in fights, it's not good for me. I need to be able to just deal with my own stuff and not really worry about other cars. That's the only way we're going to get. Oh bloody hell! I'd like to let the Civic through, but I don't want to let. I want to let the Civic through, not let the Eclipse through, if at all possible. I've lost the back end on my own. That's not going to help matters either. We're just going to defend around here. I mean, if the Eclipse wants to go around the outside, you can go for it. Because it doesn't really bother me. I know you're going to outturn me. All I have to do is be here at this point, and then we will howl our way past into the distance. And we just have to hope that the Civic can do a similar thing. We jump across the start-finish line section. Leathercap's not having a great time with the NSX either around here. As I said, that is a more power-built NSX, a slightly unusual combination perhaps, but that is one way to go. Blue team do have a car leading the way. That's that classic Skyline. Unfortunately, they've lost some points along the way in this one. I don't know whether Leathercap may have made a mistake on this lap and fallen back into this fight, but yeah, I'm nowhere near the front pack. That was always going to be the case around here, but we are still scoring some points at least. Now, if we don't balls the... well, we ballsed it up there. We were minding our own business, got nudged a bit wide, and we're going too far back. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Red team are going to win. And there we go. Yeah, 9th place. It was a circuit we were going to be bad at. We kind of fought for a little while. That's okay. We've had a win and a 9th. This is that kind of car. The thing is, it didn't matter. We had enough cars that could score well on a grippy circuit to still get the victory. So, the Bambara Coast Circuit is the next circuit of choice, and if I could be somewhere towards the front, it's mid-pack. So, this is a bit of a funny circuit. It can often work out quite nicely for the fast cars. I expected if there was a track that this RX-8 would work at, it might be here. Might be, though. There are, of course, concerns. If it gets stuck in traffic, it will have problems. GTO starts on pole. That thing will shoot off into the distance. To an extent, at least, that'll vanish. Yeah, I'll have to see what we can do. As I said, it's weird, I really don't want to have fights with this car. I really want to just be able to deal with my own stuff and see what lap times I can do, because when I'm in traffic, it's so much more difficult with this car. I don't get slowed down in the same. I don't get slowed down in the same way that you get slowed down when you're in a handling car against the straight line speed cars. Come on, master of many noises. Into the first corner we go. Now, Scotty's car, of course, is going to be very quick through these sections. I'm going to be very quick down the start-finish straight and up the hill. That is coming up in a minute. I don't know whether we might be too slow through the corners. It's like a very fine way of getting high-powered cars to work around some of these circuits. It's sort of a very fine line between it being just too slow in the corners that no amount of straight line speed makes up for it, and, you know, absurdo top end. We're going to see how it goes. Blue team have had a relatively nice start to this one. We'll see if they can keep it together. This is where we have got to start making progress. The problem is I didn't want to have to be trying to make progress from 10th at this stage, because that's a lot of cars I have to try and get through. At least they should hear it coming. Jeez, it's like it's in a different class, although it did have a massive wobble over the crest. Christ, that was scary. Now, that is my teammate. I do not want to put my teammate in a wall if I can help it. You know what? Got to give some space. But they're both my teammates. We will let them go because I don't want to fight that. We've got ahead of a blue car. That's kind of the important bit. I think the blue car will probably go around us anyway here. but we are now coming towards another hill. So that's kind of what matters. I haven't got the grip to make that work. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just unleash buzzy bees. Toward that. The final corners are kind of a little bit more in my favour. You can make it very difficult to pass around the final corners, which then sets you up for a nice run down the start-finish straight. At the moment, blue team have it by 50 points. So if I can chase after any blue cars up ahead, that would be glorious. We're just going to go buzz our way past everyone. We're going to be nice and early on the brakes, though, to turn 1, because I don't fully 100% trust my car at the moment, funnily enough. We're going for the drift your way through turn 2 and 3 defensive technique. Scotty's on the outside. We will concede that, let Scotty go for now. I mean, I want to try to chase after the Skyline and the Eclipse if at all possible. All I have to do actually is just be close enough. I'm not going to probably pass them through most of the lap, but I just have to be close enough by the start-finish line. Scotty knows what's going to happen down this next straight. We unleash, unleash absolute madness from this car. I think I'm close enough, I reckon, to get the Skyline by turn 1. Hopefully. The Eclipse we know is very slow down the straights, but I'm going to need to be closer, I think, to get it by turn 1. I'm enjoying this car, you know. I have to say, I am really, really enjoying this car. As challenging as it is, and as much as I know it's not going to win us this round. It's not going to win me the race, sorry. We might get enough points to win the round. Yeah, this car won't win the race for me. Maybe if we had a better spot on the grid, I could do it. However, it's been fun. It has been very, very good fun around here. We should get the Skyline this lap around. I don't know where the cars are behind me. I almost got to concentrate too much. See, normally I'll flick the camera around, we'll find out what's going on. That's a good, very good pass by the Civic. It will matter naught because we will give it space here. There's no point doing anything stupid because we'll just get out this final corner and we'll soar past it. And it missed a checkpoint. No, that might actually give us some trouble. Okay, I have to get the Skyline. We're now 50 points to the badge. It's going to fall possibly on the lunatic orange RX-8 to do something here. We've got a lap to do it in as well. I can't dive bomb. Well, we're going to actually end up bumping the Skyline ever so slightly. Not what I wanted. Actually cost me a bit of time into there. Okay, if we're going to do this, I have to be close enough out of the final corner. I cannot let Leathercap get past. That would be disastrous. I think we might be screwed here. Yeah, we're done. The problem I have is even... I've got to be absolutely perfect here. Is that, yeah, once that car is on the inside, me and Scotty are now going to screw it over for each other, I think. Because I need Scotty not to fire up the inside, and Scotty can't beat them to the line. Thankfully, I think Scotty's got past and won't slow me down anyway. But yeah, Scotty can't beat them to the line. I won't have time. It's too bad a final lap for me. We will unleash the RX-8. We'll beat Scotty's car to the line anyway, but it won't matter. In the long run, yeah, it was a bad turn 1 and that cost it. I threw it away on the first corner, that final lap. Damn it, I ran it a little too late on the brakes. If I could have been neat through there, I wouldn't have got tangled with the NSX, and then we could have got them down towards the... Well, we would have probably won the drag race to the line. As it was, though, not quite. Not quite enough for the RX-8. A very, very fun battle, though, in the middle of the pack. Well done, Blue Team. So, up next... I don't know what this is going to bring. The Holyrood Park circuit is fast. Sure. Top speed will be quite important. Kind of. High-speed grip. Now, that's more important. I don't think I'm going to make that work here. Well, you know, when you look at the track map, sure, it looks very simple. It's not really the way it is. You need to have a lot of grip, and you need to have a lot of grip at high-speed corners, and I don't. I have a lot of speed, but not the grip. So sometimes you get low-powered cars actually very, very quick around this track. If you manage to get a grippy car that is, I guess, probably relatively slippery through the air, it can make speed with not too much power, and... yeah, I might have trouble. We'll have to wait and see, though, of course. You never know. I didn't think my car would even work at the first circuit, and it did. Bamborough, where it should be very fast. I think it had a good lap time at Bamborough, just a little bit unfortunate, and little driving errors. Yeah, it was buried a bit, so we'll see what we can do here, as it may come good. At the moment, blue team have got 3 cars up at the front. Now, blue team have to win this at the end of the day. If they do not win this, we will win the adventure. You see, one of the really difficult things is I don't want to fight with the Civic. I don't want to fight. I'm very sorry. I don't want to fight with my teammates. However, if I let them all go, when we get to a straight and I start flying up towards the blue team cars, I also want to, I want to be close enough to not lose sort of ground to the blue team vehicles that are up here as well. So it's a difficult game to play, really, that one. Now, carefully does it around here. I don't want to be joining the cars out there. I don't have rally tyres. I don't have all-wheel drive or anything like that to save me. As you see how much speed Scotty could carry onto this straight that I simply can't. I can't match that speed. I have the power to overcome my lack of grip as we're barreling along at 180 miles an hour. It's a massive dive on the brakes for the RX-8 here as we chase after the lead 4. Now, I do know Scotty's Mazda is fast around here. I'm pretty sure it's run this... I think I remember anyway, seeing it run this circuit and be very good. Because of all the grip it has, it can just carry momentum. There it is, in fact. Speak of the devil. So, yeah, we know that car there is pretty good. But it's going to be a really awkward one. It's the... I've also got speed around this circuit in a completely different way. I wish we were at different points on the circuit and we weren't constantly interfering with one another. Points-wise, it is actually looking good for us. If it gets to the point where we are... I have to have a lift actually through there and just release that car. Well, God, battle of the Mazdas going on. More team cars are here. There we go, right. Floor it. Let's see if we can catch Leathercap or the Skyline up at the front. There we go. Past one RX-8. Okay, the Prelude is very quick in the corners, but doesn't have the straight line speed to match any of us. Brakes. I've bounced very, very far through there. That was a big bounce. That was a very big bounce indeed. It's all good. We're fine. We're not really losing ground to the lead pack. We just are not quite close enough coming out the final corner yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Scotty. I know I'm really... I know I'm slowing you down. Oh, no, don't go wide. But I also know it's so insanely difficult to overtake my car because you've drawn alongside. I'm not going to go for that gap. I'm going to try and slot in between both of you. Yeah, it's a good problem we have that all the red cars are fast. Problem is, we are managing to ruin it for each other quite a lot here. Scotty's going to catch them so much through this section, and then I should get the Nissan here. So the Nissan, although they're very quick... Oh no, they've had a big off as well. Both of them have had a big off. Thank you for the push, Prelude. Yeah, I mean, that Nissan was struggling for speed in general. I'm sliding my way through that corner there, and that's not a place I want to be sliding. There's going to be a gap somewhere. We're going to have to find it. Christ. Now the GTO has got to the front. It might be able to be unleashed and just run into clean air. I've now got 2 cars that outhandle me, that I outdrag to annoy. Thankfully, one of them is a blue team car. One of them is not a teammate, so I don't feel guilty about slowing that one down. Scotty's got creative and found a way through on the inside. Again, points-wise, things are working out quite nicely for us on red team. He's just in this complete and utter manic battle. Well, again, I wouldn't do that on a teammate. There was half a gap to have a look at. We're not going to make anything happen there. Can we be neat and tidy? Carefully does it, coming towards this final corner. Now, I know I lose a bunch of time here on the cars ahead. I don't even know if Scotty has to brake going into this corner. Get on the power. Oh, Leathercap had a really big bobble across the grass in the NSX. I don't want to lift through here. I don't really want to hit the grass, though. There we go. We're past one. Do we get past Scotty before the line? That is a good question. No, not yet. We will go soaring past again towards, turn 1. I've beans it up again. It's turn 1 on the final lap. And once more I find a bit of scenery to visit. Both me and Leathercap having identical problems. Okay, well now we get to slow down to Skyline. Scotty's got to second. Oh, can we get a red team 1, 2, 3? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what we can make happen here. Get some speed on the exit. No, prelude. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not what I need. I don't need... Oh, well, okay, we might... No. God damn it. We might get a red team 1, 2, 3. I don't quite know what red cars are going to do it. Oh, we're going to run out of grip through there. It's insane. This race has been absolutely bonkers. We have fought super hard in this. Now, I don't know how slow the prelude is going to be towards the finish line. Scotty's going to get second in all of this. We might even get a red team 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I just don't know what way round these cars are going to finish. When is the prelude going to run out of speed? It's going to hit a wall. Oh, no, I've bumped the back. These bloody races. I can't catch a break. I know I beans it the first quarter a little bit. That didn't help. I just had no grip. I had to go flat because I knew the NSX was fast. Oh, it gave it to me. It wasn't deserved. I didn't get fourth. Yeah, I had to be flat through there. If I lifted, the NSX was going to out-drag me, but I couldn't then pull my car to the side because it just lost the grip. It's the mad machine. As I said, it's fun. Very much so. Utterly bonkers. So, we're on to the last race, and this will not be fun for me. Well, we're not going to be winning. In fact, the game very wisely decided the best place to put my RX-8 is at the back of the field. Princess Street Garden Circuit is a street track. It's technical. I'm not going to be able to use half of my power. I'm not going to be able to use any of my power, really, for a lot of it. We're rear-wheel drive. We're going to struggle to get out of the slow corners. Yeah, this is the worst, basically, that we can get. With any luck, I can score a couple of points. A couple of 100 points. We might not be dead last, but we're not going to be particularly high up. And by the looks of it, the weather's on. Weather must have been left on raid, or just after post-raid, isn't it? That's what it's called on here. I guess technically it's what it's called in general. Regardless, it's now slightly damp. Don't know if it makes that much difference, really, although... Oh, wait, there's a car that will hate this more than me. I forgot. How could I forget? There's a Supra with more power and a much less control. It does have more downforce than me, funnily enough. As Forza Aero, I do not. Oh, the Skyline missed a checkpoint. Now, that is one of Blue Team's better cars. Oh. So, that's not great for them, although it could probably catch its way back up, let's face it. I expect to see that back up into this pack of cars before the end of the race, especially if we fight too much back here. Well, that was Supra not being able to turn and a RX-7 in an unfortunate place, stuck and finding some stairs to crash into. Are we going to annoy the prelude? In fact, here I'm not even going to... I'm not going to squabble with teammates at all. If a teammate car wants to get past, I'm going to yield. Because while at other circuits I knew I could out-drag cars, here I know I can't. Here I know it's all going to be about the grip, and I have none of it. So if you've got the speed and they want to try and get past, I will not fight them. I will fight with Leathercap. Oh no! Street furniture death. Street furniture death, not what you wanted to have at all as I wiggle my way. I think actually the prelude got caught in that as well. So that's not great. Blue Team are not having much luck around this one. What have we got leading? Ah, the RX-8, yes. This is, again, another track that car is likely to be quite quick at. We're going to try and play with a wall. That's not clever, is it now? I'm amazed we're actually this close to some of the pack. I think they've had a few mistakes along the way. Prelude is not close enough to really be doing much at the moment, as I said. If it's got the lap speed to come past, I'm not going to fight it. We're going to lose the back end on a curb. That's not what I want to be doing whatsoever. Points are, though, still looking pretty good for us currently. We've won the adventure anyway, so I'd say it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. You want to win as many races as you can. The prelude is going to get up the inside. Now it's going to get street furnitured, isn't it? So we will just shoot out the other side. Now that pass didn't really cost us all that much time, barring the prelude's adventure to the street furniture. Don't know Don't know what grip levels these lot are going to have. The Skyline's all-wheel drive, so that gets up the corner very well. I'm so careful putting my power down over that crest. It just wants to go round. And as I said, I'm actually amazed we're making some progress. We're certainly nowhere near as fast as Scotty or Eccentric, naturally. But you know, as we go soaring past the Skyline, can I chase down the Civic before the end of the race? We haven't got long. Hopefully the Prelude can follow me. If we do this right, we can get the Prelude to follow us on the adventures up the pack, so to speak. Alright, slow for the hairpin. Oh! I think we have ended up... Well, we've got the Prelude there behind. I think we have ended up kind of... I think our lap times are very similar, but of course gaining the speed in such different places is a little bit of a problem. Again, it's that we're just kind of compromising a little bit to the Honda. Not as bad as we have done some cars. Don't understeer like that much. RX-8, please. Please behave. Please behave. We've got one more lap. I am struggling to deal with my car. The Prelude is through, but I'm not going to fight that around the outside. That won't work. Won't have the grip. We'll let it do its thing. It might get the Civic. It might get to the Civic and slow the Civic down for me, and we can get both of us past. That would be the dream. Maybe. I get to the final lap and I just run out of skill. Like all of the skill is used up. All the Civic got street furnitured. Well, I mean that is going to bring that chance to a crushing end. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. For this, I mean, that's the worst street furniture ring I think I've ever seen. It just stopped completely dead. Amazing. Amazing. Careful. There we go. And it is around the final corner we head. Out goes the lampposts. And across the line in about 5th place. 6th place. Was it 6th? Did we get screwed on the finish line? No, we didn't. I just forgot what position I was in. That's alright. Many points went our way. That RX-8 was mad. Quad Rotors are fun, of course. Yeah. Didn't expect it to actually work as well as it did. I didn't expect it to quite work that well, which is a pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise, shall we say. And we had a lot of exciting races, even if we weren't always up at the front. Often not. You needed a perfect storm, but if that happened, it would be phenomenal. If not, you were going to have exciting races, if not necessarily the highest finishing positions. Anyway, that is going to be it for this team adventure. If you would like to sign up and take part in the next one, you can via our forums. There is a link in the description. Find the FailRace versus the community section, and you can sign up in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Until next time, a goodbye.